Howdy, y'all.
Hi, guys.
It's Ryan.
And Angela.
From We Are TVCC. Not real. Well, we are actually from TVCC. But today we're from RNA Music.
Mm-hmm. Most days we're from
RNA Music. Right. Your favorite music lesson studio and sometimes guitar shop. Deep in the heart of Texas. This is where we are. Today is another Ask RNA episode number 249.
249.
I remember. Next week will be episode 250 of Ask RNA. Oh my God, how many years has it been?
Oh my gosh.
A lot.
1,200 years.
12? We're super old. We're vampires. We're going to answer some questions, all right? So let's get to it. Alright guys, if you are new here, welcome to our channel. I'm Ryan.
And I'm Angela.
And we own a music store and lesson studio together.
Really country. And I'm Angela.
Herdy-der. Herdy-der. I'm from Texas.
Y'all.
I forgot what else. Anyways, and we have a YouTube channel, obviously, and we do various kinds of videos. Probably our favorite one to do, I guess, is where we answer questions. This is probably my favorite video because I get to be with you. Oh man, so cute. Who loves their business partner this much?
I don't.
No, not anybody. All right. Anyways, so if you're new here, please consider subscribing. Click the little bell. You get notified of all our future videos. A lot of which are Ask RNAs. Some are other things and stuff and things.
Yeah.
All right, and if you are a regular viewer here, thank you so much for being here.
Gracias.
So anyways, let's get to the questions. Today we're going to answer questions from people all over the world.
Join hands.
Let's do this. All right, first question, Chivalry 218.
Yes.
Also sometimes known as Chivalry 218.
Yes.
Ryan and Angela, hello from New York City.
Get a rope.
Get a rope. Question time. Ryan, do you think guitar pickups matter anymore? With all the tweaking you can do elsewhere, amps, pedals, how much do pickups actually contribute to the overall sound? Angela, do brands matter anymore? Once upon a time, we used to gravitate towards certain brands, whether clothing, automobiles, instruments, etc., because it was associated with a given level of quality. Do you think this still applies now in 2020? Moving forward. Thank you. Hashtag KTM.
Yeah.
All right, couple of questions from Chivalry. All right,
there you go.
I guess I'll go first since my question was first. Do you mind?
I don't
Ladies
mind.
first?
No, don't mind.
It's okay. Do you think guitar pickups matter anymore? Yes and no.
That's true.
Yes and no.
I can agree with that.
As far as, all the tweaking you can do, if you're talking about recording wise and, tweaking on your amp, probably not as much when it comes to like recording an album or recording music, whatever, because there is so much post-production tweaking again that can be done. I don't think people realize how much post-production is done to their favorite records and albums and all that stuff, that you're trying to recreate this tone of this artist and you don't have the console they're going through and the EQ they were going through and all the external crapola. So in that sense, when it comes to creating and writing your own music and getting your music out there, I don't think it really matters which pickups you use. I think it matters how much time you spent practicing your instrument or how much time you spent tweaking your songs. Does the type of pickups really matter if the song is good or bad? A great song is a great song.
This is true.
Whether you used EMGs or bare knuckles or whatever you did. So I don't think it really matters a lot, but in that respect. But when you're playing, like how the pickup sort of responds to your playing through your amp, I think it makes a difference to you as a player. Like I have guitars with various different kinds of pickups, and I like the fact that certain ones kind of respond a certain way with my amp, and others don't. And there is, some pickups. There's no amount of tweaking I can do to some of my pickups to make them sound like other ones. Like on my amp. So, I think it does matter to you personally as you're playing to like an end product, like an album or recording, I don't think it matters that much.
No.
So I don't know if that answers the question.
I think it does.
Kind of does? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think, well, we'll get to this one, talking about brands, actually. We'll kind of continue that on in a minute. Angela, do brands matter anymore? Once upon a time, I used to gravitate to certain brands, whether clothing, automobiles, instruments, etc., food, because it was associated with quality.
I don't know.
Do brands still matter in 2020?
Do brands still matter in 2020? Now I gotta crunch it up.
What do you think? You gotta crunch it up. Extra crunchy. Some of them cheap chips aren't as crunchy as those Doritos.
That's true.
Doritos have got more crunch and punch.
Let me get a drink of my Sonic water. Refreshing. Do brands matter anymore? Yeah, I think they do. I think brands not only bring a certain quality because they have that history of delivering, a certain taste or a certain look or a certain sound or a certain, color or whatever that triggers the senses that makes people want to purchase it. Just like the Apple sticker or the little Android robot, or you have NBC, CBS, ABC. Coca-Cola,
and Dr.
Levi.
Pepper.
Yeah, exactly. You have all these brands that we buy subconsciously. We automatically gravitate towards them because they have been a part of us. And we know, for the most part, the quality we're getting because of them. Or the lack of quality because of them. So either the brand matters whether...
What did you say?
The quality matters or the lack of quality matters. It just depends on what that brand has been associated with. So some brands, they automatically scream good quality. Other brands automatically scream bad quality. So whether it is
affordability.
Whether it's good or bad, I think brands have that kind of psychological trigger for most people. So yeah, they do matter for the most part. Whether clothing, automobiles, instruments.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think the thing now is there's so many brands to choose from.
Yes.
That it's kind of like there's a lot of brands out there making good product.
Right.
So now it's not just like, in the guitars. So we'll talk about guitars for a split second.
Yeah. And
we'll switch to trucks. It used to be, it was kind of like Fender and Gibson. Go back 50 years, and that was kind of, there were other brands than that. But when it came to electric guitars, it was like, hey, man, it's Fender or Gibson.
Right.
And now, 2020, you've got Fender, Gibson is still around. But you've got PRS, which has great quality. You've got Schecter, which has been around. You've got ESP, it's been around since 1975.
Right.
You've got just a plethora of guitar
They're not
brands.
as old, but they, like I said, like some people have had Fenders, don't like them because of whatever year they were mad. It just was like a hit or miss year and they didn't care for them. And so they gravitated towards another brand, which that brand now makes in their mind, I like it because of XYZ.
Yeah.
So in their mind, that brand name does matter to them.
And I think there's different reasons why it matters.
Oh, yeah. For everybody.
Quality is obviously a big thing.
Yeah.
But there's also sort of the emotional connection.
Nostalgia.
That we have to brands and the...
Yeah.
Whatever, like, intangible you get, like, from, like, I own brand X, and now I feel good about myself because other people that I look up to also own brand X.
Right.
So now I feel like I associate with them.
Right. Well, it's like you probably saw a guitar like PRS, for example. You saw it and you didn't know who PRS was before that, but you saw the look of the guitar, and the look of the guitar you gravitated towards, and then you got to touch the guitar and you're like, oh, I like the weight of it. I like the way the neck feels in my hand. I like the sound. I like the way they put their pickups. And then now you associated that feeling with that brand. And then it just kind of snowballs into that. So yeah, I do believe brands do matter. And especially in 2020, where people are starting to gain the momentum of have been here long enough to create their brand name. Where Coca-Cola has been around forever, now you have other drinks that, like a lot of people don't know what Dr. Pepper is.
That's true.
Even though Dr. Pepper has been around for a long time.
Dr. Pepper's like the PRS of soda.
Yes, exactly.
Like Coca-Cola and Pepsi are sort of like Gibson and Fender.
But now more and more people are starting to be like, oh wow, what is this? It's Dr. Pepper. Where is that from? Well, it's a pretty much a Southern thing, but there's no Dr. Pepper in there.
There is Dr. Pepper.
Oh my gosh, there's Dr. Pepper in there. I did not know that. Now I can smell it.
From Dublin, Texas.
Where some people won't think about it, but it's just, now it's associated with Texas and it's associated with the South and
little sweet.
And people love that. There's a little bit of comfort when it comes to brands.
Yeah.
That when you saw like Mattel as a kid, when you saw the Mattel symbol come on, you know that there was a toy that you really needed to get because Mattel had the toys that everybody wanted at that time. What is it? What's the other? Parker Brothers? Hasbro. There's so many other things that when you think of them, you automatically emotionally or, your thought patterns, it goes to that. And I think every generation has their brand that really stood out to them. Like I named a couple that automatically, that's what I think of when I think of my childhood,
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think it does.
Yeah, I think it does. I think because there's so many choices now, it seems like brands don't matter as much because there's so many options, but I think it still does.
It still does.
For sure.
Because there's still, even though there's tons of choices out there, doesn't mean the choices that are out there are good. That's like brands matter. Right. We know that some brands are like, no.
Nope.
Like in certain foods, for instance, I've used this example before on here. Like if you want macaroni and cheese out of the box, everybody's like, oh, that's so bad for you. Who cares? Get over it. It's delicious.
It tastes good.
Carb
it up.
So if you're going to do that, you're not going to buy the store brand versus the actual craft macaroni and cheese.
Well, you might if you're broke.
Right?
But if you got expendable
I will
income,
spend that extra 30 cents to get me some Kraft macaroni and cheese. Some Kraft macaroni and cheese. Because like the store brand, it tastes like it's been sitting there. Like it's the expired powder.
It's the B stock.
Yeah. It actually tastes like it.
It's okay.
The noodles
but it's not
taste
great.
like it. The powder tastes like it. So, but I associate the store brand is not great. It's a brand. And I associate it with it not being great. So I'm going to lean towards the brand I know that has been good to me all these years.
Man, I'm hungry now.
I know.
Thanks,
macaroni and cheese.
All right, so we think brands matter to a degree. What do you guys and gals, Blackjack, talking to you, what do y'all think about brands? Not just in the guitar community, but all over. Ford, Chevy,
do they really
or
matter?
Toyota. Who makes a more dependable truck? Brands. All right. Thank you for the question. Chivalry 218. Yeah. Next question. Captain Reliable, all the way from England. Just fun guitar. Brilliant answer and so much fun seeing y'all with guns. There was a plethora of firearms in the last video. So much so that I couldn't monetize it. I didn't realize that you can't monetize videos that go pew pew pew.
It depends, I think.
So, yeah.
I'm sure Demolition Ranch has some money.
They get sponsors.
Oh, that's true. They do get
Because
sponsors.
the money is not in the AdSense revenue. Ad revenue is crap. It's sponsors. So because he gets millions of views on his pew 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 videos, like
he gets tons of sponsors.
Sponsors, like actual brands, will give him money to talk about
Doritos. Do you like guns?
Their ammo, right?
Let's talk.
So, anyways, but if you're into pew pew pew, go check out last week's Ask RNA number 248.
Yes.
248. Okay. Let's see.
Brilliant answer.
Okay. It's crazy you can buy castles over there. I would never imagine that. It's been flooding pretty bad over here, so our castles all have full moats right now. Hashtag KTMA, hashtag UDMan. We don't actually have castles.
Yeah, there's some actual castles that people have built.
Well, yeah. But what I was talking about was like houses that...
Giant houses.
Very, very large houses that kind of resemble
They built
castles.
them with the castle-esque look to them.
Yeah, they're very kind of.
We'll have to
that
go by
vibe.
and do a video just
Let's
for.
get some pictures. Yeah. New question: what is in Nacogdoches? What is the longest song Angela ever had to teach? All right, 2 questions. What is in Nacogdoches? Last week we talked about Nacogdoches.
Yeah, places we'd live in
Places
Texas.
places in Texas we would live other than Canton. Nacogdoches was on the list because we lived there for a while in Nacogdoches. And the main thing that's in Nacogdoches is Stephen F. Austin, the father of Texas. Stephen F. Austin State University. So I guess, I don't know, class 2, class 3,
Something
fairly
like that.
fairly large, college in Texas. The student population is about 14,000 students there. So the main thing that's in Nacogdoches is Stephen F. Austin State University. So other than that, I don't know.
Pine trees.
Lots of pine trees and squirrels.
Let's go
Texas
out.
squirrels.
Yes.
Not those United Kingdom squirrels.
Yes. Very friendly
Texas
squirrels.
squirrels. Yeah,
I
yeah.
had one come up to me.
I lost all that footage, by the way. Oh, man. Sorry. I know. So,
But yes,
that's about
what's
it.
there. And Nicholas, our oldest, was born there.
Yes.
So that is his actual hometown.
He was born in Nacogdoches, Texas.
Yeah, his birth town. I should say hometown.
Birth town.
His birth town.
Angela, what is the longest song you ever had to teach?
Oh, longest song ever.
Like longest duration song, or longest it took you to teach it?
Oh, that's both probably. Longest song I ever had to teach. I'm trying to think lengthwise, like time. I really haven't had a lot of long songs I had to teach. Maybe Stairway to Heaven, maybe, but that's really not long.
Who did you teach it to?
Allison.
To sing it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's right. And she ended up not singing
And
it.
then I sang it.
Right, okay.
So
That was a pretty long one.
that's a pretty long one. So I would say Stairway was probably the longest. I have so many young students, they can't really sit, or they aren't there where they can actually learn really long songs. The next one I would say is Wagon Wheel.
That's a pretty long.
It's a long song. It's
There's
just
a lot of
drawn
words.
out song.
There's a lot of words in Wagon Wheel.
But yeah, so those are about the lengthwise songs. Those are the longest songs I've ever had to teach. What took me the longest to teach probably was, I would say it's a toss-up between Living on a Prayer, because that took him about 5 months to learn.
A while. Because he's a little kid.
Yeah, like I said, most of my
novice.
kids are younger than the 7th grade, so
Like 10
Yeah.
years old.
yeah, no, he's in junior high. So he's,
Oh, is he?
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. 12 years old.
Yeah, and so he, so that took him a little while to learn. He did a great job. He took his time, which made it a good performance. And then, I don't know. They're pretty much all on the same page. They do really well. We have pretty great students, so a lot of times it doesn't take us a long time to
Depends on how motivated the
teach.
student is.
Yeah, and that's one of the things we try to pick songs that interest our kiddos, so that whenever it's time to learn the songs, they are really gung-ho about it and they want to put in the work. Especially songs, not just out of the book. Now I have a couple students that are still on lesson 3, and they've been taking lessons for over a month now.
Yeah.
And that's not
We have a
that's not
beginner
normal.
curriculum that we do for absolute beginners
Yeah.
who never touched a guitar in their life.
Right. But it's because, sorry, I just bonked you. That's my heel. Just like, cha-cha, cat-cow. You're fine. Suck it up, Buttercup. So, yeah, I think those two, we don't really go into extremely complicated songs that much. So, I mean, my students don't. Ryan's students do. They are more advanced than mine are. So, I haven't had to teach very hard, complicated things, which is good because it leaves the stress at a floor minimum for that. So, yeah.
Awesome. There you go. Okay. And those are questions from Just Fun Guitar.
Thank you.
Check out my longest.
Yeah, what was your longest songs?
What was that Dream Theater song Brianna played?
Oh dear God. Yeah.
There was some Dream Theater song.
I blocked it out
Panic
of my
Attack.
mind. I blacked. Oop.
Panic
I
Attack.
blocked that out
blacked
of my
it.
mind. I blocked it out like black space, darkness out of my mind. I love you, Brianna.
Panic Attack, which was kind of a long song. Yeah. Bat Country.
Yes.
Was very long. Stairway.
What was the song that we learned that I sang? That was. It was a lot. It took us a long time to learn because y'all were dreading it. You and Steve were dreading learning
Bad
it.
Country.
Was it Bad Country?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that Stairway is kind of long. Seek and Destroy is not a short song.
No, there was a lot to that. It was
Seek
intricate.
and Destroy was pretty long.
Yeah. Like I said, he has longer songs that he's taught than I have because he teaches all the guitar solos and the bass lines and the drum, where I just have the kids doing little bitty, songs from Disney.
Beginner stuff, yeah.
And stuff like that. So
there you go. Mm-hmm. I wanted to share because
I know you have to say something.
I'm proud of my students, and they work real hard too. My students work hard too.
Yes, they do.
Angela. Thanks, Chris. Appreciate the question. Next question. Bubba Fang. Question. What are you and Angela's favorite duos in music? Ours is Marilyn McCoo and Billy Davis Jr. And, of course, mine is Ozzy and Lita Ford. I think his wife's is Marilyn McCoo, and probably, but duos. Got some duos? Favorite duos?
The first thing, and I always want to go with the first thing because obviously my subconscious is telling me exactly what.
I bet that's what I'm thinking of. It's David Bowie and
Bing Crosby.
Bing Crosby. No? Okay. I was wrong. Who is it?
No. It is...
I thought we were like on the same wavelength for a split second.
Is it Dolly Parton who sings it with him? I think it is Dolly Parton. And Kenny Rogers Islands.
I'm Kenny Rogers. Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What is it? Islands
in the Stream.
Islands in the Stream. That's the first thing that popped in my mind.
Yeah.
We rely on each other.
Demonetized.
Yeah, I like that. That's probably one. And I think it's Lionel Richie and Diana Ross. They sing "My First Love." I remember
Endless Love.
Endless Love.
Endless.
Oh, that's how it starts.
Yeah.
My first love.
Oh, that's right.
And so I remember as a kid, there was a TV show called Lip Syncs or Putting on the Hits or something like that, and it was a lip syncing show, like back in the day in the 80s.
It was popular back
then
too.
People had to dress up as the people who they were singing, or that was this guy did. I don't know, but he dressed up split faced. One side of
makeup
it,
on.
yes.
Yeah.
So half of him was Lionel Richie, and the other half was Diana Ross. And so he was like, and then he turned every time he's like he was singing. It was the wildest thing ever. I've been trying to find that. I'm like, surely someone has saved that and posted it on YouTube somewhere. But I don't know. I can't remember. I have to ask my sister Michelle. She knows. She remembers things like everything, like what she wore when she was 4 years old to pre-K on a Tuesday, March 3rd. So I'll have to ask her and see what it is. But that I remember that song, and Lionel Richie and Diana Ross singing that song were probably my favorite duos.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to think of who I could think of. But, of course, Lita Ford and Ozzy was good. The one I was just thinking of was Chris Cornell from Soundgarden and Eddie Vedder. Mm-hmm. They did, it was Temple of the Dog was the band. So you had band members from Soundgarden and Pearl Jam and like some other grunge band. They kind of had a little super group. Mm-hmm. So you had Eddie Vedder and Chris Cornell and doing like, I was like, that's pretty rad. Like that was great because their voices are quite different. Yeah. So, and it melded really well. So,
yeah.
Does that count? Does a duo have to be a male and a female?
No,
or can it be
that's a duo.
Two duo dudes.
A duo are just two people in music.
2 people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think of, Celine Dion and Barbra Streisand.
Oh, yeah.
That was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good matchup. And Whitney Houston and Mariah Carey for
Yeah.
the Miracles song from the what is it called? Prince of Egypt.
Prince of Egypt. Nice.
That song was amazing. That was a good duo. Now, one of my favorite collaborations was also Mariah Carey and Boyz II Men.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. That would be a collaboration because there's
Yeah.
more than 2.
Exactly.
Right, I got you. We are the world.
We are. The world is an extreme collaboration.
Ultimate collab. So.
Yes.
There you go. All right, great questions. Now I want to go listen to some Temple of the Dog. So I'm gonna have to do that. Next question, Julia.
Baldassery.
Okay, yeah. Angela, here's a question. What is a good beginning exercise for training my voice to sing?
Scales, girl.
Do, re, mi.
Mm-hmm. Just get on a piano and just start singing your scales. Start with middle C and move up. Start with middle C and move down. Just sing. And all the notes in between.
But I think that the tip there is using an external source.
Yes.
Like pitch matching. Because if you're just doing it
don't just go,
acapella,
ha, ha, ha. You can't just like picture it in
Yeah.
your mind. You have to have something that's guiding you to each note.
a point of reference.
And singing it along. Also, find a song that you really love. I've told people this, if it was like a quick
That
turn
fits your
and
range.
tune. Yeah,
Obviously.
for the most part, it will fit their range. I mean, if you train yourself, you can if you hear it, you can pretty much sing it. Especially for girls, unless it's something like, what's her name that does like Christine on Phantom of the Opera.
Mm-hmm.
Then you might be pushing it. But if you play a song that you really love, and I always put a headphone and take the headphone off and play the song, listen to song, match the song, sing along with the song, play the song, sing with it, pause it, and then try to sing over it. Have your lyrics in front of you and try to sing it note for note. That helps a lot. If you don't have anybody in front of you directing you, then you have a reference and something to sing along with that you can match and see if you can match tone for tone each note that they're singing and go through that. I have had other vocalists do that, and I'm like, this is what I'm telling you. Play the song that you love, and then have it start the song in that first note, because the first note is the kicker of all. It'll set the tone, or the first 4 notes will set the tone of either pitched singing or in sequence singing. So do it that way, and get a piano, get a keyboard. You can even get one on your iPad if you want to. It doesn't have to be a physical actual piano or keyboard, and play the note. Start with C, da 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 da, and go back up, and stand up straight, shoulders back, head up, and try to sing it.
It's like a game of Simon Says.
Yes,
But with your voice.
totally is.
Poop, poop, poop.
And you know your body, so whenever it feels like you're straining or feels like it's something that's tightening up, relax. Just relax, because that means something's not relaxed. So if you feel like you're pushing or holding something too hard, just relax down in it. That's why they do that. Because you're supposed to relax your body. Your body is supposed to be relaxed. Because
Tension is bad.
It should flow out of you as easy as it is that you are talking.
Or yelling.
Yelling. Yeah. Yep.
If you can yell, you can sing.
You can hit them notes, girl.
Great question. All right, let's go to the next one. Next question, Stephen Scharf. Greetings and salutations from Salem, Oregon. LOL. It is nice to see another video. I highly enjoy them.
Good.
Awesome, Stephen. I'm glad you like them. I like hearing the questions, and I like hearing people's views. Angela, here's a question for you. How have you been?
Do I want to answer that now?
Well, also, have you bought any new ukuleles? I see the plethora of guitars that Ryan has, but I don't see a collection of ukes.
Oh.
So first question, how have you been? How have you been, Angela?
I've been good. I've been a little tired. Yeah. Tired.
Need a nap?
A little bit.
Need a vacation?
Definitely. Yes. Just really busy. I've been very, that I just stuttered, so that obviously I have been very busy. So yeah, busy. And tired.
Busy and tired.
Yes.
Welcome to
Life.
Land of Mom.
Yes, the land of mom. But yeah, I've been really good. I haven't been sick. I think the last time we kind of got sick, which only lasted like a couple of days, was in December. Aiden and I had a little bit of flu, so we've avoided that like the plague. Literally. But yeah, I've been doing great. Have I bought any new ukuleles lately? No, I have not. I don't own as many as I would like to own. I only have 2. So that's it. That's all I have.
I thought you had 3.
No.
You sold one. She sold one.
Yes. I sold my banjo uke because I never play it. So,
Uka-banj.
Yes.
Or banjo-lele.
Yeah. And
I think it was a good move.
yeah. So I sold that, and it was great while it was here, but I never picked it up, and it wasn't anything that I would normally sing with. So one of my students bought it from me, and so I have my traditional Macala uke, and then I have a Kala acoustic electric uke.
Isn't one of them a concert?
Yeah, I have a soprano and a concert.
That's right. Okay.
So, yeah.
Only 2 ukes in her collection.
I would love to own like all of them. Like all of the different ranges between concert, soprano, tenor, baritone,
a bass
and a bass uke. Yes, I would like to own a plethora of different colors. I want the one that has a stamp with a Hawaiian stamp on it. I just like the tone of the different, like the difference between my concert and my soprano there's a big difference.
Good sound.
I like my concert uke. It has a better feel to it, and it's easier to keep on my lap than the little bitty one that you kind of have to prop up here because it kind of just lays right there on your chest because it's so small.
Sopranos are tiny.
But this one I can actually lay on my lap, and it feels comfortable. And the students like to perform with it too because of that reason. So I would like to get like 2 or 3 more of those in different colors, like a black one and maybe a turquoise one or something like that. And yeah, but right now I only have 2, so. No, I don't have as many ukuleles as Ryan has guitars.
What is a plethora really?
Not even close. Not even close. So, but yeah. A plethora is quite a bit. More than 3, I think, is a plethora.
A plethora. Oh, Wapo. We have a plethora. All right.
Yeah, there you go, Steven.
There you go. She has not purchased any ukuleles. We need to order some ukuleles, though.
Yes, we do.
Almost completely sold out of ukuleles.
Yes, and we have a student kind of waiting for us, too, because she wants to purchase one.
Oh, what does she want?
She wants the brown one, like mine.
Oh. So we've already got one sold. If you'll just order them. Order some ukuleles, Ryan.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Gah.
Dang.
Gah.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks for the question, Steven.
You got him in trouble, Steven.
Steven. Next and final question.
Yay! It hasn't been that long, so we didn't have as many questions.
Yeah, it's a short one. This is great, actually, because today is Wednesday.
We normally have like 12 questions, and we only have 6.
Normally we shoot on Thursday nights, but our Thursday nights the last few weeks have been kind of out of kilter.
Yeah.
And so I've been having band practice, and so today it's Wednesday. We're shooting it the day early.
Yeah.
But most of the time, everybody's gotten their questions in by now. I think we did pretty good. Last Ask RNA has like 700 views, which I was like, wow. People are really interested in the coronavirus.
Yeah.
Lots of views, and I got no money from it because pew, pew, pew.
Yeah.
All right. Next question, anyways. Big... I don't know. What is it? Big Bach PD. Big Bach IPTD.
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 I don't know.
Big Bokip TD.
Yes. I'm sure it stands for something.
It probably does something.
BOKIPTD.
Big BOKIPTD.
Yes.
I love you guys. Thank you. We love you right back. It says, warm greetings from Canada. Question, is RNA equal Ryan Angela. That just came to my mind and is lovely.
Oh,
What does RNA stand for, Angela?
Ryan and Angela.
Ryan Angela.
Ryan and Angela. Yes.
It's really Ryan and Angela,
Yeah.
but R and A, it's not, doesn't quite have the same ring. But it does. It does indeed stand for Ryan and Angela. Music.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, see, our names kind of meld together.
Ryangela.
Angela, Lawley. So our last name's Lawley. And so you have R-Y-A, if you kept going with my name, A-N-G-E-L-A-W-L-E-Y. So the last letters in his first name are the first two letters in my first name. And the last two letters in my first name are the first two letters in our last name.
Craziness.
So it joins perfectly together. So we're like Ryan and Angela.
Ryan Angela.
Ryan Angela.
We talked about this a while back when we named it. I thought it was neat because there's, the three letters just seems to work really well. EMG,
PRS.
ESP, PRS,
Mickey D. Wait, no. I'm hungry.
I'm kind of hungry too.
Yeah.
Now that you mention it. CMG guitar. Of course, we had RNA before CMG. But I was aware
we knew about CMG.
I was aware of ESP.
Yes.
EMG.
And BSG.
And Boogie Street Guitars, BSG, which is...
which was kind of triggered, really. What?
That really kind of triggered me. I'm triggered! My friend Eric McKenna, who had Boogie Street Guitars back in Pittsburgh. Mm-hmm. It was Boogie Street Guitars was the name of the thing. Boogie Street Guitars.
Why you say boogie?
Boogie Street. Boogie Street Guitars. But he would shorten it to BSG, and I like that abbreviation. But, everything else, Paul Reed Smith.
All I could think of was BS, but...
PRS is Paul Reed Smith. Mm-hmm. They're sort of synonymous. I mean, all those things. And even, ESP was electrical something, I don't remember the name. Mm-hmm. But, they all stand for something. So, But I like the way that just
so does RNA.
The three letters kind of... I just like the way that worked. So I thought, what are we going to name our little music shop and lesson studio? It's like,
well, you already had RNA Designs.
That's right. I did, didn't I?
Yes.
RNA Designs.
He wanted to build, straps, which this isn't one of his.
This isn't, but I have one.
But he does. You have two. There's one behind you too.
So here's a strap that I made.
Yeah.
And
that was RNA Designs. He had pics made. He had business cards.
That's right. I forgot.
See, this is why you need me.
I do need you for
more than just reminding you. More than just reminding you of why you did what you did.
I don't know things.
So I remember this. Whenever we lived in Tulsa,
there's
Oklahoma,
3.
Yeah.
So here's, I think this is the very first one I ever did. Super fat.
Chunky.
Like real.
Because he looked them up because he was buying BSG guitars, Boogie Street guitars. Mm-hmm. And he was like, I want something, thick and hefty so that I can hold these heavy guitars, these very girthy guitars.
I like this one.
And he went online, or the early days of online, to look and price some.
What it was is, I was a giant Zakk Wylde fan back in the day.
Yeah.
And he did the Red Monkey Designs. Mm-hmm. Red Monkey Designs. Mm-hmm. Leather, who makes, watches and belt stuff for rock stars and like Brad Pitt. Yeah, and so Red Monkey Designs in California made straps for Zakk, straps for James Hetfield, everybody. So I wanted a Zakk strap, but they're like $400. I'm like, $400?
What?
That's crazy talk for a guitar strap.
Yeah.
I can make that. Mm-hmm. And so I learned how to make leather guitar straps.
Keep it still for just a second so they can see the detail.
This is carved.
Yes.
And hand dyed.
Yes. So on our kitchen table.
On our kitchen table in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
And he just sit there and hammer and cut and smooth out and dye and all this stuff. And don't fall.
I'm not gonna fall.
And
I actually had all 3 of them.
So he started doing that. And he was like, I think I could probably sell these. And he made wristbands.
Yeah, leather wristbands.
He made all kinds of stuff. And then he was like, I think, I'll probably do this as a job, a side hustle.
Like a side hustle. Yeah,
yes. Yeah. And so he came up with RNA because he was like, I wanted it to kind of be both of us. He's like, because if you come up with designs, we can, you know, it could be like our thing.
I'm nothing without you, basically.
This is true.
Pretty much.
And so he showed it to me, and he was like, this is what and I think he did it like in Publisher or something like that, with like the basic, whatever font that came with, you know,
I still have a guitar pick somewhere.
Windows,
I still have
you
an
know.
R&A Designs guitar pick.
A Windows 7 or Windows 6, maybe even Windows 5. Who knows?
Windows 2.
It was so long time ago. So he came up with that, and he said, look what I found this company that makes guitar picks, and he had them printed and all this stuff. And so that was the birth of R&A Music. So when well, not music, but RNA, the name RNA.
Yeah.
And then whenever we moved here, and you know, we had both tons of jobs between that time and this time, and you know, moving and doing all this stuff. So whenever he really thought about doing music lessons, he was like, well, I already have a name. Why don't I just let it evolve into RNA?
Right.
And he was like, well, it can't be designs. And then I think we said I remember there was a name before that. It was like RNA Studios or something like that. And then he said, well, how about music? And because this was just all his brainchild, like all of the names were just rattling off inside of his head. And he said, RNA Music. I said that, you know, we're like, that sounds really good.
Yeah.
And he brought it up. He was like, how about RNA Music? I'm like, yeah, it actually sounds really cool. And then he designed or did I design the Phoenix in the middle?
No, I did.
Yeah. And so and then he got the font that he liked. Again, another generic font that we had. Like,
it's not generic. It was super cool, but a little bit too metal. But
yes.
Hey, people liked it.
People did like
Still
it.
like it. Apparently.
And it's evolved over the years. I think the Phoenix needs to evolve now that we're past 10 years. I think it needs to be a different Phoenix.
New and better Phoenix.
Yeah, I found a couple that I think you would really love.
Okay then.
But that's how RNA came to being. Whenever we first started this building business, it was 10 years ago. So our oldest son was nine, and our youngest was 4 years old, and which is so weird to say out loud. But they were both like, well, what does RNA stand for? You know, what does RNA mean? Or Nicholas, especially, because Aiden didn't care. And
where's my Game Boy?
Exactly. I want to play Lego Star Wars. And Ryan said, well, it means Ryan and Angela. And Nicholas is like, well, the N could be Nicholas and the A could be Aiden. And we're like, yeah, well, one day if you want to take over the business, it could be Ryan, Nicholas, Aiden Music, you know, and Mom will be fine with that. That's okay with me. So anyways, but yes, you are correct.
It could be dual purpose. It could be Ryan, Nicholas, and Aiden. Instead of like Lolly and Sons Music.
Yeah.
Or Ryan and Sons
Which
Music.
sounds like a hardware store from the 40s.
Ryan and Sons. RNA Music. But it could be that. We just say that to appease our children.
At the time. Now they don't care.
Yeah, they don't care. They
No.
don't give a crap.
They don't care.
They don't even play music that much. So it's like, whatever.
Yeah, they love RNA Music. They
Yeah.
love the store. They love everything about it. But it does not bother
They don't
them at all.
aspire to like teach music.
No.
You know.
But you were right. That is what you're probably one of the first ones.
Most people are like, what's that
There's just
mean?
a handful. Ribonucleic acid. Like, yeah,
You're
the
like,
building blocks of music. That's what we
some
are.
kind of biology music store?
We teach science and music. The science of music.
The science
That's what it
of
is.
rocking.
So,
Rock science.
Yeah.
Geology.
Thanks, Big Bucket.
Thank you, Big Bucket. And that was the final question. All right. Thank you guys so much for all the questions. It's magic time. It's magic time. It's that time of the video where if you watch the whole thing, we have our secret hashtag of the day. It's really secret hashtag of the week, I guess.
Yeah.
And if you watch this whole video from beginning to end, I feel like this one's going to be shorter than last week, hopefully. But if you watch the whole thing, type in a little hashtag with your question and or comment, and we'll know that, hey, you watched the whole thing. It's just something we like to know. I mean, if you didn't watch the whole thing, that's fine. A lot of people don't put the hashtag in there, but the ones that do, we know that you watched the whole thing. Thank you so much. It really kind of helps stave off people who watch like 1 minute, like, screw these guys, we're done. Because that happens.
That does happen.
That does happen. Like,
A lot.
2 minutes is all I can handle these bozos.
Yes.
I'm like, all right.
Y'all need some new material. You need life. You need life. Go watch you some
People
Good Doctor or some Grey's Anatomy or some.
Something. All right.
I
So
don't
what
know.
do you any thoughts? Have you had some thoughts so far as we were answering questions about hashtag of the day? Because I have not. I didn't have anything come to me magically through space and time for hashtag.
I was trying to think of something really short.
Mac and cheese.
No, that's still a lot of words.
That's a lot of
Cheese is
letters.
a lot.
Yeah.
So I thought Ukes for Angela or Ukes for Ange.
That's a lot of words too. It's mac and cheese.
No, it's not.
Angela needs a uke.
Angela needs a new uke right now for my life.
That's a long.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Uke for number 4, Ange.
With an E. Ange with an E.
No, A-N-G. No, Ange with an E would be.
Uke for Ang.
It's J.
Ange. Okay. Hashtag Uke for Ange.
Yes, because Ella is my name. Ange, Ella.
Ella.
Angela. Ange cuts off the Ella.
It does. It does. So that's what you want.
Yes.
Okay.
Ukes for Ange.
Hashtag.
Flizned defert. No one's going to get that. Oh, that's from Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
Cloudy with a
Just
chance of
FYI.
meatballs, y'all.
That's hilarious.
We should make that hashtag. Next time.
Flizned defert.
Hashtag Ukes for Ange, and that
Yes.
means you watch this
You'll
whole
put
video.
it right here, right?
Yeah, I'll put it on the screen.
Okay.
It'll be on the screen.
Okay.
And also, if you have a question for next week that you would like us to answer, please leave it below with your comments, and we will try to answer them next week. If we have 500 questions, we're not going to answer all 500 of them. If we have 4, we'll answer those 4.
Sounds good.
Unless they're too racy, and then we probably won't. But, whatever. Sometimes we court controversy.
Controversy, yes.
Controversy.
Okay.
Sometimes we like to court the controversy because it gets views. Yeah, and we what was it when you we clickbait people? We click and bait.
Clickety click 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 click
clickbait
click,
the
click,
heck
click.
out of some folks.
That's right.
Not really. We
No.
don't do that. And normally, if it's a really
We should do a whole month of just nothing but clickbait and have nothing to do with what you're looking at.
we really should, and we would probably grow like exponentially.
We'll just have like one little section where it says, where we just say the word blah da da.
You know what?
Anyway, so what we're saying is like,
The last-
we did have it.
Normally we don't get accused of this, but the last video I got a lot of abuse. I mean, accused of clickbaiting. No, most of the people really enjoyed our video and
Yeah.
our answer. Majority of people did.
Some of them wanted to come on for a fight. And
Yeah, they were looking for a fight.
They didn't have
What's
it,
funny is
and-
we did get a boost out of that, which wasn't why I did it.
No.
And even though there were people who hated it, we actually got a lot of new subscribers.
You still followed us though.
We got a lot of new subscribers, so maybe there's something to controversy
And
and
thank you so
subscribers,
much.
but anyways,
Parlor-inners.
we answered that question because it's from one of our longtime regular viewers who
And
always
we
watches and
love-
always comments. So
We love you guys. Y'all
we
are the
know,
best.
we know you guys. We see you every week now for 248 episodes. But the ones who are always asking questions,
Yes.
we're more likely to answer a question that might be semi-controversial
Because of y'all's
from somebody
faithfulness.
who's been a long-time follower and supporter. And not always, because, there's some things it's not worth talking about. But
Right.
anyways, enough of that. We need to go home and take a nap
Yeah, we do.
for like 8 hours.
Yes,
Or
until
10
tomorrow.
10 hours. So thank you
Yes.
guys and gals so much for watching. And we will
Grazie.
see y'all in the next video. Until then, keep the music alive.
Don't forget it.
The music needs you.
And you need the music.
And we need to keep it alive for the next generation.
Yeah, we do.
So they can
That was loud.
play music. It was all right. I liked it. I like the excitement.
Okay.
It makes me
Yeah, we do.
It makes me wake up. We are TVCC. I meant to say this earlier, but if you want to go watch our interview with our college where we met,
Yes.
find out our love story,
Who are we?
TVCC. You can go, we'll put the link to that down in the description too. So you're like, what is this TVCC crap they're talking about?
Yes. It's a junior college.
It is a community college. 2-year
community college. That
Same thing as junior college.
It is. That we
Freshman and
attended
sophomore year.
in my hometown of Athens, Texas, called Trinity Valley Community College.
Yeah.
TVCC.
We'll put that link down. Y'all can go watch that.
They were Cardinals. That's why we're doing this.
Cardinals.
Cardinals.
Ooh, Cardinals.
And
Give
these
them
are
the
their
bird.
colors. Yes.
Right?
Yep.
Anyways. TVCC.
Ooh, ooh.
All right. We'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Bye.
So excited. Who are we?
TVCC.
What do we do?
What is it? We execute?
What do we do? We execute. Which way?
The hard way. Which way? The hard way. Who are we?
TVCC.
Ooh, ooh.
We execute. We execute mofos everywhere in Texas because that's how we roll.
That's how we do
That's
it.
how Texas does it. Execute.